Now I'm going to invite Eric Anderson back to the stage one more time for this award for our UK Ireland manager. Has also been named Manager of the Year for the entire Europe, Middle East, Africa region, and is the 2012 International Manager of the Year, the best in the world. Eric?
Thank you, Tim. Good evening, everyone. It's my distinct pleasure to present this award. This is the highest honor a manager can receive. It is the most prestigious award in Domino's Pizza. I can also tell you how very proud I am to have the International Manager of the Year come from our region and from here in the UK. Our Manager of the Year averaged 5 stars in his OER all year, won 2 Rolex challenges, increased his sales 10.6% to 20.4 thousand pounds, which is more than double where the sales were just a few years ago. He and his team improved their load time from 3.2 minutes to 2.5 minutes and increased their single bag runs from 75% to 95%. The store's average delivery time in 2012 was 21.5 minutes with a 92% on-time rate. He is passionate about his team and organizes events such as high wire assault course, paintball, karting, bowling, and golf. He publishes his own store newsletter to keep his people informed and motivated. He is well known in the local schools for involvement in their assemblies, competitions, and providing school tours. He has sponsored the local children's football team with his own money because he's so passionate. And his team are normally first in the queue to donate blood. And he's always got the same joke, they've got pizza sauce in their veins. He even has the Domino's logo tattooed on his chest. The old Domino's logo. We'd like to take you on this short video tribute, so please pay attention to the screen for our International Manager of the Year.
It's a competition, it's contagious, and then it obviously spreads to further people, it spreads to the team, it spreads to the drivers, it spreads to the in-store. If something is a competition, then obviously it's something that's going to drive you to be the best, to keep those best standards, to keep doing everything that you can, every minute of the day. I think the relationship that I have with the guys at work is very close. I think that being quite young myself and we have a predominantly young team, I think they can relate to me quite easily, and I think that the level of respect is quite high as well.
How was that cheating? How was that cheating?
Always pushing, always going past the limits in which we're expecting of them, and that's what's always going to keep motivating them. As well as I always try to think of myself as that type of manager that will always do the work themselves, you know, not the person that stands and gives orders. I'm the sort of person that will want to lead by example.
Excellent. And if I can take the address as well for the order, please.
So I'll never ask someone to do something that I'm not prepared to do myself.
Ever since we've been together, he's always been the same. Everything always revolves around Domino's. Even when we go shopping, he thinks, oh, I can get that for the store, or I'll get this now for my office. He's so used to it now, you know, we don't even notice it anymore.
I'm originally from Neath, and I planned to stay in Neath for quite some time. I'm the classic home bird. This just here was my first school, Briton Primary. I attended here from the age of about 3, and it was really nice because quite recently I've been able to go back and I've held a few assemblies for the kids, and we also held a competition where we allowed the children to design their own pizza box, and then the winners, then we had a top 3. They then received vouchers for Toys R Us, and we gave them all free pizzas each with a personal box if they returned it to us. And that idea then kicked off massively, and we had a few other schools in the area and they wanted to do the same. And that was probably one of the best things that we've been able to do in the community. And this is the Lamb and Flag pub, which is where I had my first job at the age of 13. My father one day said to the local landlord, he said, you know, do you need a hand on a Saturday just washing dishes? The opportunity was there, and that's just what I started doing. And then one morning went to one morning and an evening, and then it was Saturday morning, Saturday evening, Sunday afternoon, and before I knew it, it was school 5 days a week, work 2 days a week, and this just became a regular thing for me. My father is by far the biggest rock in my life.
In the stadium, the room was kept off. The was caught down in the rain. Is that it?
Everything that I do revolves around my family life and what I do. You know, when I come home from work, he's waiting for me. He wants to hear about my day. You know, if I don't see him on a day because our work sometimes conflicts with one another, you know, we'll speak to each other 2 or 3 times a day. You know, he'll call me and I'll call him.
We're not like father and son, we're best mates, like brothers, and I can't say any higher than that. That's what it is. I don't know anyone else that has a relationship of a father and son like us.
Back when I was 18, when my parents split, they divorced, and I went to live with my father. We stayed with friends for a period of time. In the transition of when we were going to be looking for a new property to live in, we'd never built a house, we'd never built anything, we'd never had a project, anything this sort of size. I said to him, if this is what you think is going to be a good idea, if this is what you like, if you love the piece of land and you see a potential here, you have to go and give the asking price now, because if you want it, you've got to go and get it. I often refer to this house as the house that Domino's built, and without Domino's, none of this would have been possible, and that's an opportunity that I'll always be grateful for. So sometimes to relax, me and one of my mates will come down and we'll have a surf even when it's ridiculously cold, and build it something new, show my dedication to the job. I had this done about 6 months ago. Me and a few boys from work went down and we decided to get inked. Me and the guys at work, we're mainly night birds, and you know, we stay up all night and then we sleep in the day. And so to relax after work, what we'll do, sometimes we may finish at 12 o'clock in the night, 12:30 maybe by the time we get out, and we'll come back here. You know, we'll have a game of Mario Kart, so it keeps the competitiveness alive. You know, it allows us to stay competitive even out of work. You know, this is just who we are. This is what we do.
He's just a really good guy to be around, and I think you don't want to get his bad side. He has a bit of a shout sometimes.
If I had to come up with one word, it would be inspiring. He inspires me, and that is why I'm here today, and what I do today is all because of him.
I'm not entirely sure where things will take me, you know. Up to this point, you know, it's been a roller coaster ride. You don't know where life will take you. But when I went on the BMC just a few years ago, and the question was asked to everyone on the course, where do you see yourself in 2 years or 3 years' time? And people were then saying, you know, I'd love to be a fully approved manager, and I'd love to be an area manager, an area supervisor. I was the only one that said I wanted to be a franchisee one day, and you know, it was just sort of the look of shock on people's faces, thinking, you know, are you setting your sights this high? You know, you're just on the basic management course, you know, but if you aim high, then you're going to go far. My name is Andrew Cook, and I am Domino's Pizza.
Well, thank you. Unfortunately, I didn't come as prepared as I should have, so I didn't memorise what I wanted to say. So I've got it written down, if you can just bear with me. I'll try and be brief. Firstly, I'd like to say a massive thank you to Domino's for choosing me for this award. From so many great managers. I think that it's every manager's dream to achieve this award, and I feel incredibly honoured to be amongst the few that have. Like many managers, I started as a driver, and I've come so far through the business that sometimes when I look back, it's hard to think where the time has gone. And I'm so proud to be part of the Domino's brand, and as you saw in the video, I've got the tattoo to prove it. And I'm proud to wear that logo every single day. I just wish someone had told me that the logo was changing before I had it done. Hindsight's a fantastic thing. A lot of people say that I work too much and that I never switch off in what I do. But I've always said that if you love what you do, you'll never work a day in your life. Of course, I wouldn't be here without my franchisees, Derek, Michael, Aga and Anita. I want to thank you for everything that you've done for me, and thank you for giving me the opportunity. I also want to thank my parents. I am who I am because of you. My father especially, he's my rock, and he's my best friend. I also want to say a special thank you to my girlfriend Sadie, who you saw in the video. Thank you for all your love and support over the last 5 years. Last but definitely not least, I want to thank my whole team. Without you, I am nothing, because there is no I in team. I will of course thank you all in person, but I want to say a special thank you to both Lisa Smith, who's been my partner in crime up until now, and Owen Ballin, who is here tonight, one of the most dedicated people that I've ever met, and through dedication, success will follow. I owe this to a great team, and one of the most important things that I've learned in my time at Domino's is managing the emotional bank account of your team. Maintaining a good balance of deposits and withdrawals is what makes managing a great team a real challenge. Once again, thank you to everyone. Live the dream.
Come on, do it again. I think we did that in record time, people. I would like to thank Lance and Carrie for the invitation. I'd also like to thank Simone Colley and her team for another fantastic event. Stick around for some great entertainment. I love you bastards, even the Welsh. Hope to see you again soon. Thank you and good night.